Children can come out of whatever I do. I can be 70 years old, and as long as I'm not shooting blanks, I can make babies. You can't.
The reason why I became a phlebotomy technician is because there's something called a paramedical insurance examiner.
Get the fuck off my phone, bitch. Go take blood, boy.
Bitch,
You in a job where people quiet in the background.
A lot of these women, they hate him, and they think, oh, he hates black women. Well, a lot of times they say women, then they say he hates black women because he deals mostly with black women. But there's a lot of other, white women, Hispanic women watch the show. He's got a lot of fans, but they think he's just mean, and he's not being mean. He's just telling the truth. But they always say, "Oh, you're mean to the black woman." He's just as bad on guys. If you ever, look at these programs where he has men on there, he's the same way with the men. So it's just not a one-sided thing. He you should hear him tear these guys apart sometimes, man. So, and these women thinks it's only the women, but that's all they want to see.
Yeah.
Have you watched one of my videos, a 3-hour video from front to back?
That girl situation when he was ranking. That girl.
Okay, you're not paying attention.
When he was what? Talk to him.
Have you watched one of my videos? Have you watched a full video of mine from front to back? One of my live streams.
I just saw one video. Was it the whole? I think it was a whole video of some girl when you were. He was ranking her. He asked her what asked her what she ranked herself.
I have a full 3-hour show that I do, and you watched a 7-minute clip. I challenge you and your friend to go back to my channel and watch the full 30-minute. I'm not going to do this. Then this is the problem. But you haven't even responded to what I said. You haven't even watched the full video of where the excerpt was coming from, but your friend has the nerve to make a judgment.
I think we were talking about that yesterday, where somebody they'll just take a clip of something, and it can sound so out of context if you don't play the whole thing.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to listen or see the whole thing rather than just the clip, because it can be misconstrued. You can,
like that video we just uploaded to TikTok.
Oh man!
What if that was you calling your brother-in-law?
Yeah.
They didn't see the 100 times your phone rings every week for those guys calling.
Well, like those scammer calls, dude. One day, about 4 or 5 years ago, I got 26 calls in like a 7-hour period. 26. And I have a sleep disorder, so I don't sleep a lot. A lot of times I'll just fall asleep, sleep for 10 minutes, and then the phone rings. And then 20 minutes later, the phone rings. 15 minutes later, the phone rings. And it does this all day, and first I asked to be put on the do not call list, and then I tried, asking them politely not to call, and then I got rude with them, and then I just started thinking the most vile, despicable things that a human being can do to another human being sexually, and I say it about their family, and that seemed to work, man.
Yeah, but see, what I uploaded to TikTok doesn't have that context.
No.
It just starts with you saying some gruesome shit.
Yeah, but they don't know the whole background, is my point.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
Is it so easy to take stuff out of context like that when you just show 3 seconds?
Yeah, and like this woman said, she watched 7 minutes out of a 3-hour, show. So, yeah, she don't have an idea of the full meaning of what he said.
Which the full meaning is they're all bitches.
Yeah. And then these women, it's not like he randomly picks somebody. They choose to be on his show. And all he does is ask them questions. Like the first time I seen him, I thought he was a dick. Very first time. And then the second time I started really listening to what he was saying. And he asked honest, fair questions. He's truthful about what he says. He's got facts and figures and data to back up what he says. The CDC, there's a place called where he gets a lot of his information called blackdemographics.com. And it's for black people by black people. So it's all black people taking the information and it's geared towards the black audience. Well, that's where he gets a lot of it. He gets his information, like I said, at CDC and other government offices and stuff. So he knows what he's talking about. And these women, a lot of times, they have no clue, what they're talking about, let alone what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, she based the whole thing on a 7-minute clip.
I have no problem judging men on partial information, but
Stop
when a man
generalizing women, please.
and you women are acting just like so many women who get upset. You have little to no information. You're not willing to do the work.
To ask you certain questions, and what you're responding to, I'm responding back to it. So you're referring to past videos, but I'm referring to things that you're telling me now. But you don't even let other people talk. You're asking me how old I am. You're generalizing women.
No.
That's another thing. A lot of times these women, they'll talk and talk and talk, and then he'll let them go without interrupting them, and they just talk and talk, and then when he starts talking, they'll start over talking him. They'll keep talking while he's talking, and then you tell them, I'll shut your shit down. Then they get mad. And there's even been women on there. I swear to God, dude, there's been women on there where he actually mutes them. And 10 minutes later, they're still I mean, he'll check in every once in a while. Look, he says she's mad. Look at her, she's mad. She's going on. Then 3 minutes, 4 minutes later, look, she's still mad, still yelling. And they'll send her 10 minutes, man. You know. God, I can't take that shit. Man. And then he's way too kind because they're bitching about his ranking system. One of them women's looks and stuff from 1 to 10. And they're just saying they're saying that's unfair, but sometimes he's way too kind. I mean, I've seen woman 320 pounds. I mean, uglier than shit. I mean, she can her face like scared to stink out of shit, man. They're so ugly. And then they'll rate themselves like a 9, and then he'll say, no, you're a 4 or 5. And he's way too kind. When some of these women, man, they're not 4s or 5s. They're like a -1.
Yeah.
And sometimes he's too kind, but yeah, it's crazy.
Okay. Why?
Why? Because I'm stingy. I'm stingy with the books.
Excuse me?
I'm stingy with it. I do not give it up easily.
Were you married to your daughter's your baby mama, right?
I've never been married, no, but I just
Okay,
know.
so
I know.
hold on. Let's talk about this though. See, I find it funny that women like yourself, baby mamas, all of a sudden want to get stingy with the pussy after you done gave your womb up before a ring, but then you want the high value men to put a ring on it before he gets it.
How am I supposed to give it away?
You goddamn right, you already.
Goddamn right. Let's give it away. That's what I'm saying. He's honest.
Yeah.
And it's not like he's, like I said before, he's not randomly picking. They're calling in to his show.
Right.
They're calling in. Then the audience that hates him, oh, you just degrade women, blah blah blah. All he does is tell the truth, dude.
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean. Man, you're a used vehicle wanting brand new 2021 prices. You can laugh all you want to, man, but you just said 6 months. You're not even exclusive. You're talking about he's marriage minded. What do you think he's inserting his penis? In his hand?
No, and that's the thing. He could be inserting it somewhere else.
Exactly, because here's the thing. Men with options don't play these games. Okay.
Hello.
All right. You were saying, do I want to hear about your original plan?
Right.
Okay. No, and I will tell you why. You're not doing it. You're doing what you have to do to survive, to live. Okay?
Okay.
So your original plan, it doesn't matter.
It does if it can change my situation.
Go ahead. Since you know better than I do.
No, nobody ever said that. Okay, but anyway.
Go ahead, dude.
The reason why I became a phlebotomy technician is because there's something called a paramedical insurance exam.
I don't know.
There's something called a paramedical insurance exam. I became a phlebotomy technician is because there's something called a paramedical insurance exam. I'm not sure if you heard about that.
Go ahead. I don't have to.
Are you going to
go ahead? Oh, look at man, don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitchy boys. Get the fuck out of my phone, bitch. I don't get the phone. Go take blood, boy. You in a local job where people quiet in the background.
He talks. He's not nice to men either. And it's only when necessary.
Kevin, Mr. Samuel, it seems I have a question. Do you date 30-year-old women? Because you mentioned on the last show.
And that is a question. Why?
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing it, why would you say you're 50?
Because okay, first off, okay. You want to answer that question? It's a double standard. Just like you can stay at home while I got to go work. If I was at home and you work, people would look at me a certain way. This is a double standard that's been with us since time immemorial. Children can come out of whatever I do. I can be 70 years old, and as long as I'm not shooting blanks, I can make babies. You can't. Hey, I don't care what you look like.
So I don't.
But I said, no. I don't care what you look like. But before a woman's gonna sign off and become your missus, they're gonna check their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
So if you honestly think, okay, here's the thing. And I don't know your first name. So what is it?
Men. I'm glad there's men in these videos too.
Yeah.
It's a good one to pick because it's.
Well, I just randomly picked it.
Oh, it's cool because that's good. I'm glad you did because this shows it's just not a one-sided thing. He says the same kind of things to men as well as women. A lot of these women call in, oh, you just hate women, you hate black women, and you degrade black women. He doesn't. He just, like I said several times, he speaks the truth and just listens to what he tells this guy, man.
Walter, if you were to wake up tomorrow and be broke, how long do you think your wife would stay?
Until I die.
Okay. Hope that never happens to you. Hope you never. But that would be the first woman you get. But I went to the first woman. But is your wife asleep or is she talking?
No, she just walked up. I woke up.
I'm not going to inject any difficulty into your marriage, Walter. I got gray in my beard, gray on my head, and what you're saying does not report anything I've ever experienced in my living life.
You're a very good communicator.
Thank you very much. And that's why I said money is more than nice. It is required if you expect to have a woman, especially a woman of quality. Thanks.
We still haven't defined quality. Everyone's.
All right. See, I'm not going to go back and forth with this again. See, this is part of the problem. Young men, this is a man who's sitting up in the house with a wife. He's going to sit there and tell you, money's nice, but, if this dude is honestly trying to say, Miss Walter, your husband just said if he lost all his money, you'd be living right on the corner there. Yes,
Dan.
Yeah. 100%.
In your older age, because I'm assuming y'all roughly the same age, this man has basically said if he lost it all, you'd be happy to be living in that box with him until he died. That's what he said. Until he died. That's the energy you're getting. Because you're a guy that said you don't think you should have to approach women. They should give you choosing signals. Where would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? How tall are you?
5'10".
5'10". How much do you weigh?
I was about
To what?
depending on the
To what?
280, 285.
Holy
So you're a
shit.
fat fucker.
Yeah.
So if you think a 5'10", almost 300-pound dude, how much money you make?
Like 400 every 2 weeks.
So you make 400 every 2 weeks. So you make 800 a month. You make less than $10,000. Okay.
Shit.
Dude, I was a 20-year-old and I was making.
I spent $5,000 in a month before,
More money than that. In the 80s, a minimum wage was $3.35 an hour. So I need to hear it. How long? You got a big dick?
I mean, it's above average. I ain't know.
Usually fat guys have little wieners.
Yeah. No.
I don't know what that is. Really.
You know if you got a big dick or not. Stop the bullshit. Every dude know whether or not he got a big dick. I know I got a big dick. You don't know?
I mean,
you don't have a big dick. That's the point. You don't have a big dick. You don't have a big wallet. You a fat dude. And you got a lot of nerve thinking you should get choosing signals at 5'10" and 300 pounds, making less than $1,000 a month at 20 years old. And women should approach you. What they get? They don't even get a big dick.
That was the one good thing about playing in the band. It's not like I'm having an ego thing or anything, but you didn't even, a lot of times you didn't have to try, like women would just, and you don't have to be that good looking or anything, women would just come right up to you, and I got so used to that, over the years that You know, it was just like you didn't have to try. You know. But,
Yeah, well, they see you on stage, and it's like status.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's paying attention to you, therefore you must be important.
Right.
You know?
And, no, you're no different. Like, I'm no different than anybody else. I'm no different than any guy sitting out in the audience. But the only thing I can play, and that's it. But other than that, there's a lot better good-looking guys in the audience and stuff than me. But just the only difference is I can play, and maybe some of those guys can play, but they're not in a band or something. But yeah, it just was so much easier, And so yeah, so I, like this guy, he wants girls to come up to him, but they have no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just like he's entitled to, female attention.
And then plus you have to know how to talk to people too, man. That's another thing. You got to be able to communicate and listen, and that's all it is. Just simple communication.
Oh, there's a whole thing? Damn.
That was short.
Yeah.